Good afternoon everybody, and a very warm welcome to Mildenhall and Volmer. And today I'm just doing a little bit of work on the layout since I'm at home, and rather than do it on my own, I see if there's anyone knocking about and have a little chit chat and just explain to you what I'm up to at the moment. So if I just point the camera down towards the station, what I'm doing is basically, as you can see, there's a new canopy. And you don't normally get to see this side of the layout. Hello, John Warner, how are you? I'm okay, John. I'm back to the hospital tomorrow. I'm just going to have a checkup tomorrow to make sure all is good. Hello, Steve Smith. Yes, all change. This is the other side. Usually I'm on that side, and today I am on this side of the layout because I'm working on the station. And basically, let me just make sure I've got the iPad up and running so I can... I love the work you're doing. I actually just finished watching your video today. You're doing a grand job of that carriage siding, as I always say to you all the time. I'm going to just... I don't really want to... Hello, John Brundle. Let me just make sure. Jan Brundle. Sorry, my apologies. Welcome to the stream. Basically, I'm just doing some work on the, I suppose it is morning for you, David Adkins. Well, good morning to you. It's actually good afternoon, rather gloomy afternoon. It's been quite nice today, but it's just... Yeah, it's basically, the back wall is here where it normally is, John. It's just that obviously it's on wheels. And a few people had asked me, oh, how do you get to the back of the layout? Well, this is how I get back to the layout. I just push the layout forward. So now you're just seeing it from the other angle, 9:14 a.m. there. So I'm just doing a bit of modelling today, and I just thought, well, let me just get on with it. So this is the new canopy. Here is the lighting bar that I have going on here. That isn't connected or anything yet, but basically it's essentially the same as what's underneath this canopy. And today I'm just sort of, I'm going to see if I can get you down a bit. Because if I can get you down a bit, you might be able to see what I'm doing. Let me see. What's a good position for you? Hang on one moment. I'm just going to spin you right around. Because it's probably, oh, there you go. So now you can see, look, so there's the wheels and there's the back wall where it usually is. So that's, but today I'm at the other end. It's a very rare... It is one long canopy, yes it is indeed. It's about 5 feet. I'm just going to see if I'm going to just drop you down a bit more, because if I can, then I might be able to forgive the kind of... Right, there you go, that's probably a little bit better. Now let's get you up. So what I'm currently doing, so this is the Hornby platforms, and I did say that I was just improving them and all the rest of it, and I never really got around to explaining what I was doing. Because I've added this fourth platform, it now means that I can't use the canopies because it's just too narrow. So if I just show you straight up here, that's kind of what we've got at the moment. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing all of the edging now on the platform. And so that's what I'm doing today. And I've also got the other canopy to do some matchstick work. Now, as you can see, this is just the sides of the Hornby platform here. So what I've done is I've got some of this, which is from Scale Scenes. And I bought this years ago. I actually bought this when I was at Behringer. And basically it's sitting on my computer. It's a brick textured paper, and one of the lovely things about it is you can download it and print stuff off from the Scale Scenes as much as you want over time. Hello Lee Hall, welcome to the stream. Yeah, exactly, I just modified it. I've actually modified it further, the book in Hall Lee. I'll just take you quickly down there to that. What I've done is the canopy. There's another canopy exactly the same, but it isn't finished yet. That's going over there. and it's going to sit on top of the lighting bar. But because it's a bit wider at the back, the canopy tends to go like that. So I've just added some supports into the booking hall, so that will support the back of the canopy to stop it from dropping, basically. That is what I am doing at the moment. So I've done that, and in fact, if I just, what I'll do is I'll actually show it to you. I haven't finished it because I'm in the same sort of process, but at least you get to see what I'm doing. So this is going to be the canopy for platform 1. So if I just drop that on there, that should just drop in there, and that should sit on there, and that should sit on there. And that is platform 1 canopy. But like I said, at the moment I am just fixing it. I haven't finished. Hello Dave from Baltimore, welcome to the stream. Like I said, I'm just doing a bit of modelling since I'm knocking about at home today. So if I just sort of spin you out so you can sort of see like that, that's probably a better view. And you can see all the matchsticks all lined up. So I've got the matchstick work to do on the other side as well. Because I ran out of matchsticks yesterday and I am using extra long matches. The amount of matches I've gone through on this layout, I tell you. Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think it's coming along all right. So yeah, so all I'm doing is what I'm going to. Yeah, the length is about 5 feet in total. Now the matchsticks are here for detailing reasons, but it's also here for a strategic reason. Because there's 2 parts to the. If I just zoom out completely. Because the piece of cards that I bought is, if I show you, bear with me a minute. This is the piece of card that I bought. Now, if I show it to you from sort of here, hopefully you can sort of see how big it is and how long it is, and it's not long enough. So I've had to marry up 2 pieces of card to make 1 long canopy, and then the matchsticks hide the joins, so it's very clever. So that's why. So the matchsticks give detail, but it also hides the join that's in the canopy. In fact, I can't even tell you where the join is, to be honest. The canopies are a simple build from how I used to do it at Beringer, and anyone who knows me from Beringer old station, my old layout, Berrigan districts, it's exactly the same. Exactly, nothing's changed at all. It's exactly the same. Yeah, and like I said, it just covers it. There's a join somewhere in here, but the matchstick covers it up, and then it's painted over with just cheap poster paint. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll start doing, because I need to do it anyway, so I might as well do it whilst it's setting. So let's have a look here. Now what I'll do is, where's my ruler? I've got a ruler around here somewhere, which I do have, I don't know where it is. So I will use this instead. Right, so let me just keep an eye on this, just in case anyone wants to ask any questions. So I've just got some cheap paint, and I don't know if I can see it. There you go. It's a cheap paint. Sorry, glue, PVA glue. And all I do is, because what I wanted to try and do is keep all the matchsticks lined up together. So when you look at it down from the other end, you can see that they're all lined up. So I just kind of roughly just draw a line across there, and lay the matchstick. Now this particular matchstick on this section isn't actually quite long enough, but that's not a problem, because I'll just add another little bit afterwards. So, and then I'll just go on to the next one and then try and line it up as best as I can. It doesn't have to be exactly precise, it's just that it's one of those OCD things that if I don't do it, that the lines, that the matchsticks don't line up along the canopies, then it just bugs me, because it just seems like they're out of sync. So that goes there. And then I use the next one along, line it up with the other one. Hey Garnet, is it Garnet one? Welcome to the stream. Like I said, I'm just you know, I've always liked listening to music, so I might as well just sort of see who's around and say hello, and whoever wants to join in. And so that's that one. Just line that one up as well. It doesn't have to be brilliant, because what I'll do is afterwards I'll go over with the Dremel once this is all set, and I will inadvertently knock that one, and I'll cut the ends off and then I'll paint it. Right, so that one's a bit too much there. That's it. Oh, that's better. It doesn't actually take that long to go off, but like I said, it's really good because it just hides all the joins, any joins that you put into it. So what I do is, when I first make the canopy and I start doing the matchstick work, what I do is actually lay out all the matchsticks first, and what I'll do is I'll put the matchsticks over the joins first and at the ends first, and then work my way into evening out the rest of it. It's something that I've been doing with Behringer. I had this with my old layout, Behringer. It's just really, it's exactly the same. It's like what I said before previous, is it's got two layers of card, I should say. So it's just, don't worry about it, Dave, it's fine. It's got two layers of card on it because it's just to give it strength. If you don't do two layers, it's just too weak, so I just do two layers of card. And you need to do that anyway because of to overlap the joins, to make the joins strong. Otherwise it's too weak. So that goes in there. My apologies if this is kind of boring anyone to tears or anything. Just like, I thought if I do it and anyone's got any questions they can ask, and then I use matchsticks for a lot of things. I don't know how many matchsticks there are on this layout, but there's a lot of matchsticks on this layout. Oops, wrong way around. And that will go there. And then we've got couple of one there. And again, that's right on the edge, so I'm going to need to add a little bit of extra on there. And that's the final one, and then you just let it all dry. Can be a bit fiddly and a bit messy. Let me see if I can find my pair of scissors. And we've got another sort of bit here. And that will just add and finish off that little bit. My apologies that my hand's in the way. And then we've got another little bit here. And that won't do. In fact, we'll do it like that. And then we've got another little bit here. Then, like I said, once this is all dry, I'll take the Dremel to it and cut off all the ends to line it up. So that's all done. Right, so the thing that I was actually doing before I actually went live, so that's all of it. So as you can see down the line, hopefully you sort of see that it kind of marries up in terms of where it's not jagged or staggered, it's just they all line up together, and that's something that would have bugged me if I didn't do it like that. That's why I try to keep it like that as possible. No problem, Lee. Right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is like I said, Scale Scenes do these downloadable kits. In fact, John knows all about it because that's what he's working on at the moment. And this is some brick textured paper, and that's what I'm using for the sides of the platforms. It's called the Dark Brown Brick TX24. So that's what I've been doing. I've got one of these guillotine machines kind of thing, and you can slice slices off of it. So I'm just slicing slices off the paper to make the ends. So if we just sort of take you back down here. Yeah, I don't use a huge amount of it, to be fair. This is something that I've had for a long, long time. Now, something I should say to you is I should apologise to everybody, because actually I did say I was going to do some what I was going to do about the upgrades on the platforms, and the platforms look pretty much the same, but they've all had a paint job. They look exactly the same colour as the original Hornby platforms. So they look actually identical. I didn't actually paint the edges, I just painted the grey. And one of the things I really wanted to do is take out the grey subway writing on it, because the subway writing on it sounds so American or Canadian, and no offence to anybody, but it's not appropriate for layout in my view anyway. So I painted that out, and just painted the whole lot so it doesn't look like plastic, and it actually looks pretty decent now. It's probably hard to tell on camera, but so what I'm going to do now is I need to do the end for that ramp there. So I've got a sort of spare ramp here which I'm using, and what I'll do is see if I can do it on camera. Is I kind of line it up as best as I can, and then what I do is I use my thumb to sort of line it up and press against it, so you've got this kind of outline as to so you know where to cut. So when you kind of cut it and put it onto the actual platform, it actually lines up perfectly. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a slight, you can see there's a slight indentation just by pressing my thumb. And then that kind of gives you that kind of shape, which you can then put onto the ramp. And then I just use glue stick. This one's from Sainsbury's, but it could be Pritt stick, could be anybody's really, just to glue it down with. Bear with me a minute. And then you slide it in, and then you press it, and then all of a sudden it transforms. I mean, it's hard to tell from this angle and probably from this light, to be honest, but it does actually transform it a lot, and it just turns this ramp, this Hornby ramp, into something a bit more realistic. So I'm just going to carry on, move my iPad over here so I can actually, just in case anyone's got any comments. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. And then you just keep going until you get to the other end. Makes such a huge difference, this does, doing this. And this is just a Hornby platform. Nothing terribly exciting about this at all. But all of a sudden it comes to life just by doing a few simple things. So I thought I'd give the container terminal a bit of a break. But I have done some work on there. There you go. Now you just work your way down. As you can see where I've finished so far. So I went down to my local printers and I got myself 10 sheets of this. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I don't think I'm going to need 10 sheets by the looks of things. So that's that. I think it looks great, actually. And the other thing is about the canopies is that the struts, those of you who know Hornby, let's see if I can get, it's a bit too close, isn't it? My apologies. Will know that the platforms are quite hollow. In fact, I'll demonstrate it to you. You can see it's hollow. So the brass tubing has also come from Behringer. I saved all of that, and I've drilled right into the board. And basically, the struts is pinning the platform down, so the platform won't move. So it's held into position by the struts because the struts are actually gone straight through the board. Right, so if I just carry on with what I was doing, which is down this end. My apologies for the camera work. Just carry on. Hello, Kev. from Medway Peninsula Model Railway. Yeah, this is what I've been working for. I thought I'd take a bit of a break from the container terminal and basically just do a bit of work on the station for a change. So let's get another strip. It's not terribly exciting, this, because all I'm doing is doing these strips. But it's just a little, I thought I'd do it just to show you guys. Yeah, thanks Mark. Well, I've always used matchsticks. I've used matchsticks for a lot of things. So that's that one. Once all the matchsticks have dried, then I can basically get the Dremel out and basically take off the ends. Then you can start thinking about doing the sides. Hi Emily, 1940. Don't worry about being late. This is actually totally unannounced. This is just me sort of pottering around. And I just thought, well, rather than listen to music, I can see who's around, and you never know. Chat among friends. So what I'm doing at the moment is just putting on the scale scenes side brick sheet. And like I said, I've now come towards the end, so I've got to do the end. So once again, I'll take my template. Like this. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to take my template and rub my finger along it to make sure I've got the right profile. And hopefully it'll be right. Now, where's my scissors? Right, so that's that one done. Then we're just going to put some Pritt stick on, or whatever you want to call it, glue stick. And then, obviously, you know what I didn't do, I made the same mistake last time. That goes on there like so. And that is, that's something bugging me. I think there's something trapped under there. Right. That's it. Press it all in and job's a good one. My apologies for not modern monitoring that. No, I do enjoy this hobby a lot. It's like I said, I'm just doing this today, and I just thought, well, I'll just go live, and whoever's around is around, and they just anyone wants to ask any questions can ask, and that's it really. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much. Yeah, I mean it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's still got quite a lot to do. If I just sort of see, I don't know if you can notice on this on the one on the bottom. I've actually started because this is Southwest Trains, and there you go. The posts on the far side have actually got bottoms done. Hi, Graham. Welcome to the stream. See, the post on the far end has got the Southwest colour branding on it, but I haven't done that to this one here yet. On this side, my apologies. But like I said, lighting bar is done, and what I'm going to do is I've got the wiring on this side here, so that's the wiring for the lighting bar, and I'm going to run that into the building. And on this side in the middle, because there's no way of getting the lighting to down through the baseboard without seeing it, I'm going to make one of these little platform buildings and just conceal it, which is what I did, at Behringer. So that's one other reason for making a little platform building, is that you can feed the wiring through that building, seal the wiring without it actually being seen through the actual platform itself. So like I said, and if I just show you up from the top, what we've done is the canopies are done, but the one platform one, I've just literally laid the matchsticks already. So that's going to go off, and then once all of that is dried, I can then Dremel them all off, and then do what I've done on this one, which is using the Wills corrugated kit. You get like 4 sheets, and you just add them all up, and this is exactly the same as what I did at Behringer and District, exactly the same. And I wanted to recess the shelter or the canopy into the building, so that's what I've done. I've cut a notch out of the platform, of the canopy, so it's recessed into the actual building. So hopefully, when the lights come on, it'll all look pretty decent. So it's all pretty good. I've still got more to do, but I've done the ends now, which looks so much better than the original. If I just show you, where is that original? So that's the original kind of what you get with Hornby. And the other thing is by using the brick paper, you take that notch out. So that's something else that you can't do. So I'm going to just show you from the other end, and then I can actually show you some of the stuff that I've done at the container terminal. If I can just do that, bear with me a minute. So as you can see, like, that's where it usually gets put up against the wall there, and that's where it usually is. But you can sort of see, so from the distance now, you can see it's away from the wall, so it's on wheels. Thank God it's on wheels, to be honest. Also, I've done all the fencing all the way around the perimeter of the container terminal. That's something else I've been up to. And like I said, if I take you a bit more further around, yeah, it's so easy actually. I'll tell you what I will do actually. Because I'm nearly done now anyway. But what I'll do is just to show you just how easy it is to move, I'll just show it to you. Hello, Common Road Junction. Welcome to the stream. So I've zoomed right out as I possibly can. Probably about half an hour, probably. Sorry about this. God, this phone sometimes drives me mad. My apologies. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wheel back, and then you can sort of see how it goes. So I'm not monitoring the chat just for a moment. Well, actually, I can do. So I'm just going to wheel it back. Actually, let me take sorry, there's a piece of card in the way. So that's not going to help. So I want to wheel it back anyway, and then you can sort of see me doing it in real time. And in she slides. And that's it. And now she's back in a normal position that you'd normally see it. So that's how easy it is to move. It's a bit tight, but it's easy enough to move. So that is right. So that's going to conclude. Oh, that's a bit crazy. Sorry. Sorry about that. I forgot about that. What, did you like me moving the layout? Yeah, it is a godsend that it's on wheels. It's not that difficult to move, it's just a bit awkward. And the thing is, it's actually a bit tighter than I expected when I did it. So there isn't that much room to play with on either side, but there are stops on the back of the layout and there's stops on the side of the layout, and that prevents it from marking the walls. So yeah. As you can see, apart from my 66 being in the way, if I just drop you down, you can see that I've also, let me just try, I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll spin you around again. Bear with me a minute. There you go, right. So if I drop you down again, sorry, my apologies for this. I've done all the fencing along here, as you can see, all the way around, and even behind my troublesome evening star. So I've done that, and I've also done it along the back there, but I haven't quite finished it. I'm going to build a building to go on the back there, and there's also going to be another building built down the back there as well. But like I said, I thought I'd give the container terminal a bit of a break and work on the station. So that's it really. Yeah, it's actually a godsend to have it on wheels, to be honest. I sort of knew it because I knew it was going to be a pain otherwise to get to the back of the layout, whereas like this, it's very easy. The floor is actually hard floor, so it runs very well. It's not on carpet or anything like that, so it runs very well. So yeah, it's all coming along nicely. We're getting there. The other thing I've done is, I don't know if I showed you, but I've also done the crash barriers, which I've done as well, and now it goes all the way down as well. So yeah. Right, so we've been going for about 40 minutes. So I think I'm going to call it quits right now. I've done a little bit today, so I'm happy with that. I'm getting on with the railway, with the station building and everything like that. My apologies in the camera work a little bit for it going in and out. I'm a bit pooped. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learnt something if you wish to do so. I just thought to myself, I'm just sitting around today, so I thought I'd do a bit of work on the layout, and I will just see what people can take out of it. And basically I've still got a lot more to do as ever, like everybody else. And until the next time, yes, it's bye Graham and bye to everybody. So speak to you all soon. And it's bye from Mildenhall and Volmer. Bye. Bye bye.